So, I don't know how long ago it was, but I haven't made a video in forever. But, I made one saying about my experience with sexual abuse, what my brother did. I want to say that over the last 2 years or so, it's been harder for me. When I made that video, it wasn't even that bad still. But I've always known I've wanted to help people. My brother came back into my life about 2 years ago. He was having trouble and had nowhere to go, and my dad asked me and my sister if it was okay, and we both said yeah. He ended up coming back, and he told us he wouldn't smoke anymore or anything like that. And by smoke, I mean weed and meth and all that, not cigarettes. I don't care about the cigarettes. But, yeah. Well, he ended up lying and doing that, and he got caught for one of his charges and had to go to jail. Well, in the summer of this year, I ended up moving in my grandpa's house with my mom, dad, my grandpa, and my sister, and my dog. Well, during this time, my brother was staying in like a recovery place, and he decided he would come visit on the weekends, which we were fine with. He was trying, and we all understood, and nothing's happened for years, and yeah, the courts did stuff, but not really anything. So yeah, but he was here, and once my grandfather got sick, he kind of moved in to take care of him and help out. He pretty much hurt my grandfather worse than he took care of him, but we couldn't get him to leave afterwards. He ended up staying for a while. Actually, January 9th, my family got into a huge argument. My brother had been saying pretty much that in the eyes of the law, he has not touched or hurt anyone. He kept digging at me and my sister constantly. That day he got kicked out and he finally left. He's staying with my uncle and they're trying to find him a place and all that shit. I don't care if people want to help him. Really, he's a lost cause to me. On my other video, people are saying I'm brave and all that. I'm not. Truthfully, I'm not brave. But I felt I had to say something and I had to get it out there so people knew that this happens to anyone. My family fights constantly and I don't care. No one in my life is perfect. I couldn't give a shit. Here's what I have to say. I keep looking at the comments. I'll look a lot of the times, and I see some stuff. If this is happening to anyone, it's not your fault first is the main thing. Everyone's gonna tell you that, and it is so true. For years, I've thought it was my fault. And truthfully, sometimes I still sit there and think it was. I could have told him no. When he came back in my room, I could have told him no again. But I didn't. I could have thought that was my fault. I don't anymore, really. Second of all, people are going to tell you forgive and forget. I still haven't forgiven. I still won't forget. You can't forget. It's going to stay with you forever. It will change you. I was the innocent little girl who couldn't give a shit what anyone thought. Now I'm the girl who looks over my shoulder and is paranoid all the time. I'm the girl who, if I'm wearing a dress and someone asks why, I'll lie and tell them a lie, because I don't want to say because I'm a dressy person who just wants to be me. I can't say that. I care what people think way too much. I've been affected a lot by this. I write in a journal. Most of my stuff people can't read because it's only when I'm upset. You go through stages. It's pretty much sadness, anger, depression, thoughts of suicide, and then happiness for a little while, and then it goes back again and back again. Never once have I felt complete. I don't know if I ever will. All I want to say is, don't let a person hurt you. Stand up for yourself. Trust me, I'm not perfect, nor will I ever will be. I care a lot about what people think, and I know that's wrong. I'm the type of person who can sit there for hours and think. I'm also the type of person who wants to help everyone and doesn't care about themselves. That's why I did that video. I don't care that people think I'm brave. I'm not brave. Trust me, there's so many times when I want to crawl up in a ball and just cry. I cry way too much. I'm surprised I'm not crying right now. But here's one thing I will say to you. Be brave. When you need to. When there's someone there doing something you don't think is right. When someone's tormenting you or torturing you or bullying you. Stand up for yourself. It will help. Don't just sit there and let it happen. Because that's what I did for a long time, and it's wrong. I'm the girl who is always afraid. And frankly, I'm sad that I am. But I'm not brave. This happens to more people than people think. I even didn't think it happened to as many people as I found out it does. Also, if you're like me, you're gonna want justice. And you may never get it. I know I won't. I could go after him, I could sue him, but what'll that do? Tear my family apart more? Make my mom hate me? I'm so glad my grandfather's dead, and that sounds so bad. But every time we'd go to counseling, or every time he'd take his side. Me and my sister were lying till he stole from my grandfather. According to my grandfather, for years, we were lying. I'm sorry to say that I'm glad he's dead. But I lived here a whole summer with that man, and most of the school year. And everything was hell for me. I'm the kind of person that when I need to be alone, I need to be alone. I need to escape. And I couldn't. I couldn't be alone. I couldn't escape anything. I couldn't go for a bike ride to clear my head. Find your own space. If you're that girl who's a loner, you're not alone. There's thousands of them out there. Trust me, I'm one of them. You're the girl who's always alone in class, is quiet. No one talks to you and you don't want to talk to anyone. You just want to get through the day so you can go home, sit alone in your room and read or listen to music, do your homework. And you want it to pass by until you're old enough. I hope one day everyone can know. People are going to judge you. You're going to judge yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up too much. That's all I have to say.